Hey guys, YouTube Dad here, and if you want to learn how to make ghosts like this for Halloween, stay tuned because this is how you make a Halloween ghost out of concrete and a little bit of effort. Alright guys, if you want to make something like this, which I am in the process of working on for Halloween, this thing's about 4 foot tall. It's just a shadow of a ghost, it's a hollow shell. If you wanted to make something like that, then you need to get you some Portland cement, any type of cloth. Terry cloths work well, any type of material. I got an old tarp down here that's fabric that's used for sunshade. It's kind of going bad. It's got some soft spots in the material. I'm going to use that with this concrete, with this Portland cement. You don't want anything with rocks. And you're going to mix it with some water. You're going to make a slurry out of it. And you're just going to soak your cloths in it. You see this has a nice pill effect to it. Looks like it's draping down. Good angle of that. I know the sun's pretty bright out here this morning. It's nice and hot here in Florida. I'm going to zoom out. And it creates a nice, somewhat stable material. Alright, this is just a slurry. I dunk these towels in, and I'll show you that here in a few minutes, and I just lay them on accordingly. I used PVC pipes in here. You can actually see the inside of it, how I am working on making like a rib and spine for added effect, and just use spray paint over top of it. So right now I'm working on making another one, which I use PVC on this one. And then at that point created a structure over the PVC, took the PVC out. Some of it's still in the head. You can actually see how it kind of circles. I heated up a PVC pipe and bent it and then screwed it into another PVC pipe that went up and over the head. Created a nice little curvature of the skull. So in the meantime, this is the other one I'm working on. This one, making a little different, more upright, more tall. This is probably about 5 foot tall to the top of the head. What I did is I took a gas pipe, screwed it into some wood, and then took a gas pipe and took one of my kids' a ball, wrapped it in saran wrap, and then at that point going to, once I'm done with all this and I get it nice and strong where it stands up on its own, I'll take the PVC pipe out of here. I'm planning on making an arm that comes out where he's holding his arm out trying to grab you. Put a skeleton hand in there or something. So I just took the towels, laid it over top. It's a little wobbly, but that's all right. This is going to start holding itself up. Put some down on the ground to hold itself flat to create a base for it. And we're going to try to make it like a little flowing structure. I'm going to use this as a cape for it to adhere to this cape. This just gives me an idea of the structure I want to use. I'm not using wires. I just want this thing to be nice and flowing. So I'm going to show you how soupy I made the mix and how I drape this over top. It's going to be a little difficult because my hands are going to be dirty. So I will show you the slurry. I just mix it with my hands, dries out my hands. Yes, I know it's not good for you. Use some gloves, people. I use a lot of lotion in the meantime after I do this. If this does get on the concrete, it's easy. It just breaks up and you just sweep it away. So don't worry about that. I'm just using the concrete to catch some of it and also as a structural support. So in the meantime, let me get it mixed up, show you the consistency of how thick and thin I have it, because it's pretty thin. You don't want this stuff too thick. And then I can actually start pasting it on, covering up some of these crevices and make it look like it's one solid drape. All right, but I want to keep these wrinkles in here. That's what's really cool about this. All right, guys, so let me see what I can do. I'll show you how it looks and we'll get this show started. All right, guys, so this is not quite a half a bucket. Bottom 2 inches is old concrete that's that I've been just letting sit in there, so dried up. So I'm just going to put a lot of water in this thing. Do not smell the powder from this. It's not healthy. If you're going to be exposing yourself like that, wear a mask. Put some water in it. Grab some paddles, a big heavy shovel, stick, or something like that. Throw some gloves on. I'm just doing this because I'm used to it. I used to work in the construction field, dealing with concrete all the time. I was an engineering consultant. So I did material testing, I did all kinds of stuff. Everything from water cement ratios to water compaction test. I did all that stuff. Since got out of it in 2008 when the economy took a dive. And then after that, I got into the medical field, now a nurse. So I went from dirt, lime rock, asphalt, and concrete over to nursing. So you want to get this good mixed up. I can add some more as it goes on. As I soak up some of the material, some of the liquid in here, then at that point, see it's pretty clumpy in there. Once I soak up some of the liquid, then I'll be left with more of the concrete paste, and I can fill in some of the gaps on the around the head. But this is going to be a process. This is not a one and done. All right, so it's a nice soupy consistency. All right, let's get over there to the structure. All right, guys, so I'm just going to take my material here and I'm just going to dunk it in, trying to coat it really good. Don't shove it all in at once. You're going to want to put a little bit in at a time. That way it gets good and coated. Lift it up, soak it back in until you get nice and covered completely. That is, the sheet gets covered, not you. Yes, concrete does wash off. It will harden on the skin at times, but it will also flake off. If you do have some spots that aren't covered, that's not a big deal. You can always cover it later. I always scrape this stuff off. That way I try to get as much out of it as I can. Now this is heavy. This is a lot of water and concrete. So it is heavy, so keep that in mind. If you need help, get somebody to help you. If you gotta move one of these structures, get somebody to help you. All right. All right, I'm just gonna place it over top. I'll show you how it looks in a minute. All right, so I have it draped on. I do have to make some adjustments to it. It's pretty covered in the front. I can always cut it however I want it, but I do got it draped on, and this thing is heavy. It started affecting the where the head sat, so make sure you always have extra support items here to give a little nudge wherever you need it, just a little bit. It doesn't need a lot sometimes, but you got to make adjustments as you go. So see, it's wanting to wiggle. You got a PVC pipe here. I got to get this up and over the top of it, kind of drape it down, create almost like an arm or shoulder effect. So you want to go for whatever is aesthetically pleasing for you. I did leave this side on the right a little bit longer because of what I'm about to show you. So what I did was I took a PVC pipe and I slid it inside the mechanism that I had built in preparation for this. So this is going to be where his arm is held up, and I just used another PVC pipe to hold it up because it wanted to rotate down. In the meantime, this is kind of the look I'm going for. Don't mind the messy garage. This is the look I'm going for. Don't mind the messy garage, that's for sure. So I'm going to put a lot of weight down here on the bottom. And if I need to add more structural support back here, I have a whole pack of terry cloths. I have a bunch of these things that I'll soak in concrete, sort of like what I did on that one, and create a support. That one over there is made out of all cloths, all 12 by 12, 12 by 14 terry cloths. So it will hold up and support itself. I mean, it weighs about 35 pounds. This one here is going to be a little bit heavier surely because of this. But I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to let this dry. I'm not going to touch it. Bad thing is where this arm is right in line with the garage. So I cannot touch anything or do anything until this dries. If it rains, I'll have to come out here, get a board, slide this thing back, be very careful with it. But yeah, this is how it's going to look. I don't need this support here. And that's how it's going to look from the back. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I think it's going to be fun. I may even cut this completely out right here where you can't see this underlying and just use this as the main shawl. So you create whatever images you want, and it's your art piece. You're like Bob Ross out here doing your own thing. So make it however you want it to look. I may want this to come back more. Yeah, something like that. So I may get a piece of wood and hold it up here. May stretch out the wood to the what's it called, to the toolbox, and staple it to the wood. That way it flows a little bit more. All right, so you'll see how it looks here probably tomorrow. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. All right, guys, so it's probably been about 4 hours since I put concrete on this thing. And since doing that, I have come out and I have removed the support. As you see, it holds itself up with a little bit of support with the PVC up under it. But I'm going to add some more layers on top of that to create a strength factor to it. So if you see it, that's how it's going to look overall. So not too shabby. I am going to add more of this material here, more terry cloth to the back, because it is not structurally strong enough to stand on its own. As you see, it's a little flimsy right there, but this gives us something to put those towels to. I can staple the towels to it. I can do a lot of different things just to attach them. So we got a nice flow down here